are 24 hours away from a make-or-break night. Candidates are pushing to win final delegates. Two candidates need to win their home states. One candidate needs to navigate increasingly unruly events. With me now on the State of the Race, someone who knows the process firsthand, former Republican presidential candidate and former governor of Arkansas. Welcome back, Governor. Mike Huckabee with me now. As someone who knows what it is like to campaign for president, do you have any predictions for Tuesday?
Well, everything points to a Trump victory in Florida, and I think John Kasich is poised to win his home state. The question, who wins Missouri, who wins Illinois? If Trump does sweep it all, I think he's unstoppable, and that's going to be the real thing to watch tomorrow night. But even if he doesn't, and let's say he wins Florida, and maybe splits with a couple of the other candidates on the other states, they're not going to have enough capacity to get to 1237. I think at that point we pretty well know we're headed toward a contested convention. So,
Governor, I heard what you said. I want to ask you in a minute about the contested convention, but I want to ask you first about Donald Trump, because as you are aware, on Friday night, the team canceled a Chicago rally due to safety concerns. You blame the protesters. You called them thugs on the street. You told us that is not how America works. Why are Trump events filled with this kind of conflict and not other candidates' events?
Well, first of all, he has so many more people coming. I mean, just the odds are that if you have an event with 30,000 people versus 300 people, you have a lot more chance that somebody's going to come in there and disrupt it. Secondly, let's face it, Donald Trump evokes the strongest emotion. It's why he's leading. Why I'm sitting here talking to you instead of campaigning today for my campaign is because Donald Trump has the capacity to evoke the deepest, strongest emotions out of people. But I do not think that there's any appropriate way to blame Donald Trump for the behavior of people who come to his events expressly with the desire to stop those events. That's a violation of the First Amendment. It's really, it strikes at the heart and soul of who we are as a country. Now, I ask you this, what do you think would be the reaction if some conservative pro-Trump people went to a Hillary rally and tackled her on the stage or attempted to, or they disrupted and started fights in the audience or fights outside?
It would be very poorly seen.
Would we blame Hillary?
No.
Would we blame Hillary for that? Not on your life, we wouldn't.
Yeah, it is a point well made, Governor. But I want to ask you, even if hopefully it's not too personal, the idea of, do you regret that this campaign seems to be more, as some would say, about EQ versus IQ?
No, I mean, I look at this process as one in which I gave it my best shot. I don't think that there was a lot of opportunity for me to make my case because the media was soaking up all of the time and attention with Donald Trump. Many of us never got our points across. You know, there would be a fraction amount of time. I can't help that. I can't fix that, but I'm not bitter about it. I mean, it's just the way it is. And ultimately, I look at it this way. We have an election process in this country, not a selection. One thing that does tick me off, quite frankly, is that there are people in the Republican Party who don't want to respect the election. They want to have a selection. They want to somehow.
You mean?
That's right. And they say, well, if Donald Trump gets the nomination, I'm not going to support him. I'll go support a third party. Well, what a baby way to look at it. Look, if you have not convinced the people of America that you're leading properly in Washington, maybe you ought to look in the mirror rather than at Donald Trump and just say, he's not the problem, we are.
Governor,
that's what America is feeling.
I want to ask you, scale of 1 to 10, how likely, you mentioned contested convention, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is that to happen right now?
Deidre, I think we're probably looking at a 60% chance that it will be a contested convention. Unless, if Trump sweeps all the big states tomorrow, all 4 of those, then I think that there's probably about a 20% chance there's a contested convention. If he gets all 4 of the big ones tomorrow, I think he's really going to be hard to stop.
All right. We thank you, as always. Great speaking with you.
Thank you.
Governor Mike Huckabee with me there.